What is up? What is up? I always start this and then I notice I'm like, damn, my hat looks a little funny. The lighting looks a little bit weird. Oops, I'm gonna go down. We turn this on over here. That looks a little bit better. Perfection. Literal perfection. Move that over there. Gotta get that later. That's how I just have my notebooks just sprawled out over there. Great little background, huh? So, I'm trying to become a freelancer by, hopefully, as of right now, I'm trying to learn a little bit of JavaScript because I know a good amount of JavaScript. So I know the structure, I know how to write a function out, but I don't know necessarily the logic that a function shall need, right? So my goal is to ultimately get myself to understand the logic of JavaScript by going through the Odin project, which makes you after you end up learning a couple of things, it makes you have to solve the questions or do exercises, or you even have projects more towards the end. So the goal is to just be sitting here going crazy, trying to get the Odin project set. I'm trying to make sure I have my comments on this phone. What's up? What's up? What is up? How are you doing? How are you doing? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the comments. Actually, no. I want to put the comments on my other phone so I could check on this phone what's going on over here. So I need to keep this phone a little bit closer. Okay, what's up, man? What is up? So let's go and finally jump into what I'm trying to do here. So what we got going on is we were taking a little bit notes for making functions. And basically something that was new to me, even though I knew about making functions, but I think that kind of like really opened my eyes to a function, because sometimes there'll be things where I'm like, I don't get what I'm supposed to be writing inside of this function, right? And something that opened my eyes is the perimeter. I always used to either just leave this blank or I'll put something in there, but I wouldn't understand why. So now I get it because they wrote it down here and they were saying, for instance, when you put this perimeter, it's basically telling JavaScript that there's going to be a value input here. And then, for instance, how they put goat. So then now it's going to say goat is my favorite animal. Obviously, it won't say animal. But I never knew why the hell that was there. So I'm trying to find where it said that. Where does it end up talking about animal? But putting animal inside the parentheses of the favorite animal function, it will be telling JavaScript that we'll send some value to favorite animal function. And this means that the animal is basically a placeholder for a future value. I just never knew that. I always just used to put stuff in there. I didn't know why it needed to be there. And I think because I know why, now it's definitely, just made it so much easier for me. But I understood when it came to numbers though. But I think when it came to something that weren't numbers, I feel like doing numbers is probably the most easiest thing. But when it comes to something like this, where you're trying to make it say something, I was like, huh? But now I get it. So I don't remember where I put my note at. So I'm probably just gonna do another one here, and then I'm going to put that this is more like a placeholder. And then if I don't still understand that, I'm going to do a perimeter, and then probably put a question mark to look it up or whatever, if I don't remember. But that's probably a good thing to make note of. Hey, what's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? What's up, Nexus? I don't know how to pronounce, is it even Maneth? I'm not sure. Just what is the topic today? Basically the same thing, man. We're trying to become a freelance web developer, but we still need to be studying a bit more on my JavaScript, which is going to be great. I cannot wait. We're getting right into functions, and this is kind of where I left off, I think, mentally a couple months ago. So, because I learned about functions, I learned about arrays. Like I said, I know how to write everything. It just kind of comes down to the logic part. So, they got some questions down here that I'm going to be solving on camera, which I'm kind of scared of. I think I might be able to do this one, might be able to do the second one, but when it comes here, I'm going to have trouble. I'm going to be running into some trouble. So, next, we got the placeholder. So make note of the fact that by calling favorite animal inside of the console log with the argument goat, we get the return value of the function. String goat is this. So print it to the console, we're passing in a function call as goat, so as an argument, a different function call with a log. They kind of explained it twice. I'm probably just going to write this part. So by calling favorite animal inside of the console log, because I'm sure they're going to make me do it, when I do my thing. So favorite animal. Inside. Oops, I don't know how can't spell inside. It's crazy. I mean, the language topic, the module says you forgot to reply to my DM. Oh, it was because you texted me. You texted me on YouTube. So I told you. I said I liked everything that I saw. It says and what was I doing? I forgot. A favorite animal. Oh, inside the console log. But yeah, so I texted you, or you messaged me on YouTube, and then I was like, oh, I liked everything that I saw. So that was me. That was me basically answering your message on Instagram. Unless you texted me again, then I definitely missed it, and I'm gonna have to go and check. With the argument of goat, now you get the return value of goat. Because my thing is, I feel like whenever I wrote my console log, I never wrote like the thing in there. Hey, what's up, MHM? What is up? What is up? We got goat here. We're learning some JavaScript today, trying to become a freelance web developer, trying to hone in on these JavaScript skills, man. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, join me on this journey. I've been documenting my journey for 3 months. 3 whole months. I got videos going way back, coming up all the way on to this day here. And we made so much progress, man. So much progress. So we got goat. So return value goat. We get the return value. Okay, yeah, so we got that. So that's fine. Now it says, feel free to experiment with the code on your own and replace goat with a favorite animal. Notice how we can change the argument to anything we like. Try changing animal in the function declaration and in the body too. What happens when you do? Okay, so note that articles 1 and 2 also have their own exercise attached, which you should not do, as they involve knowledge we haven't reached yet. Okay, so I guess they are giving us articles to like read about on functions and values, but to not do the exercises. Same thing with here and here. And then lastly, we got another article, and then we can finally hop into here. So I think I'm probably just gonna go in there and take notes on a couple things that I'm not sure of. Or maybe I should probably answer these here and then do this little lesson here. That's probably more than likely what I'm going to end up doing. So it says, do you have experience on full stack projects? Are you talking to somebody in the chat? Oh, yes, you are. So what are functions useful for? I guess another essential concept in coding is functions, which allows you to store a piece of code that does a single task inside a defined block. And then that code, whenever you need it, using a single short command rather than having to type out the same code multiple times. And this, you know what? That's even something else that I think just opened my mind too. That might help me when it comes to functions, is because sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm like, I'm writing this function, but it's like, how, I don't even know. I just can't believe that this is the definition of a function. I'm so happy that I'm finally taking it this route. I know people want me to build, and trust me, I'm building something on the outside of this that is eventually going to need JavaScript. So it's like, at some point, I'm going to have a good little project that has everything combined into it. But as of right now, man, I'm noticing that I need these definitions in a way, or sure, some of them. I'm not going through everything, but just for some things, because for instance, this right here, I didn't even know that. I don't know what it was, but I just missed every single definition that was ever told to me. But like I said, when it came to CSS, I could probably tell you the definitions for, not all of them, because I'm not that good, but even if I can't tell you the definitions, I could show you how to use it, if that makes sense. When it comes here, I can't show you how to use it or the damn definition. So we got, and then call that code. And then call that code whenever you need it using a single short command. So it says, whenever you need, call that code with a single command. Make sure y'all end up hitting that subscribe button. Join me on this journey and like up this stream. Like it up, like it up, like it up. It ends up pushing it out to other people. You need it. I'm so upset because I ended up streaming so much more later today, and that sucks. I am so pressed. I wish I didn't stream so late, but I actually stayed out late too. So that kind of sucks. Okay, so we're good here. Now it says, how do you invoke a function? If you're talking about a function call, or you're talking about like you're probably clear on this by now, but just in case, to actually use a function after it has been defined, you've got to run or invoke. Hey, I got that. So perfect. So how to use, invoke the function, which should just be function. Is it function? And then, oh yeah, so it's function, then the name, and then something possibly in the perimeter if you want to, but I guess you don't have to. Because now I became a super dev with an AI integration to my work. I can make flawless apps in a couple days only on an MVP version. Hey, that's what's up, man. That is what's up. So it says, what are anonymous functions? Ooh, probably functions that you don't really know. So far we have created a function like so, but you can also create a function that doesn't have a name. Oh, what the heck? This is called an anonymous function because it has no name. You often see anonymous functions when a function expects to receive another function as a parameter. In this case, the function parameter is often passed as an anonymous function. Yeah, I'm gonna need an example of that one, but okay, but at least we got the definition. Because I never even knew that that could even go through. I'm loving everything that I'm just learning right now. This is great. And I really think this is gonna be helpful. It's because it has no name. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I've been learning how to code for 3 months now, and the goal is to become a freelance web developer, but I'm trying to freshen up on a bit of my JavaScript skills. So hopefully we could end up getting there. I want to get the certification for JavaScript, and it's just to keep grinding. I literally have videos from day 0 before I even had a laptop to day now, and I just been learning, man, and it's crazy. I never thought I would make it here. So it says you'll often see. So right now I'm just taking a bit of notes on some JavaScript because there's some things that I feel like I needed a bit more of a definition for because I would be trying to build on my own. And I remember one time I went on live and I did it where I was trying to build on my own, and it was so like not embarrassing because at the end of the day I didn't know what I was doing. But I had to do that because a lot of people were trying to tell me when I was saying I felt like I needed to relearn JavaScript, take some more notes. A lot of people were like, oh, well, you need to build. So I went on live to go and build, knowing damn well I could not build. And then I finally proved my point on why the hell I needed to do a little bit more learning than building. But then, there's still some people that end up coming in and they'll say the same thing like, oh, you need to build. And I'm like, I understand I need to build, but I already fumbled before. I'm learning now. I don't have a particular stack, but mostly Node.js, React, Supabase, Click for auth, and sometimes SQL. That is dope as hell, man. That is such a good job. So function as a parameter is often passed as that. Okay, so we're good. So in this case, the function parameter is often passed as an anonymous. Okay, so now we're good. I just want to see an example. So you'll do like, where's it at? So for example, let's say you want to run some code where you add an add event listener. This function expects you to pass it through 2 parameters. So the name of the event to listen for, which is the case of key down, a function to run when the event happens. When the user presses a key, the browser will call the function provided and will pass it a parameter containing information about this event, including the particular key that the user pressed. So console log, you press the event key. For me, though, I still see a function name. So that doesn't help whatsoever. That 100% still has a function name. I don't even understand how that's an example. I have no idea how that was an example whatsoever. All right, on to the next. So what is function scope? So let's talk a bit about scope and a very important concept when dealing with functions. When you create a function, the variables, other things defined inside the function are inside their separate scope, meaning that they are locked away in their own separate compartments, unreachable from code outside. So, okay, that's good. We're going to go with a function scope. I think I understand what it's saying. It's like anything that's kind of written inside the function stays inside the function, but I guess to make it come alive anywhere else, you would need to write the function name. I think. I'm not sure. So meaning the function are inside their own separate scope. Yes. So let me put that real quick. Function inside separate scope, meaning that they're locked away, in their own separate compartments. So this is good. This is good. Someone said, hey, oh wait. What they mean you need to build is using your newly learned knowledge to real small projects to make you familiarize it and retain the knowledge you have. No, big facts. It says, hey, new viewer here. How much do you know about the business side of being a freelancer currently sitting on mock e-com site that I have no idea how to sell? I actually don't have too much knowledge at all. You know, that's why my goal is to become a freelancer. I don't have too much knowledge. I think the only thing I know when it comes to freelancing is that you need to reach out to other people. Don't wait for people to reach out to you because it may not happen. So you're reaching out to people with emails, with phone calls, social media, right? And you're just trying to see whether or not they need whatever you're trying to provide, and also tell them you will give them value. That's kind of really where I know, but I don't know too much. It says, hi, what's up, code with me? So yes, but also it means if you make a variable inside a function, you can only use it inside of there. Oh, that's true. I remember that. So I also got to write that down as well, just in case. Unreachable from the code outside the functions. So unreachable from the code outside the functions. But currently on this journey though, McDonald, my journey here, I'm trying to become a freelancer. So definitely be super dope if you join this journey as well, man, because we're both technically on the same journey. It seems like you already have you already have it all set. You know what you want to sell. Now it's just coming down to really just selling it. Over here, I'm trying to learn a bit more and build more skills. So it'd be pretty dope, man, if we could go side by side, watch each other build, or not watch each other literally build, but you know what I mean. So it says the code outside of the functions, and then I need to write what code with me said, which is you cannot use a variable, cannot use a declared variable that was inside of the function. You can only use it outside. So you can only use it, inside, I said outside. Inside there, big facts. But what if you declare the variable outside of the function, right? Let's say you declare the variable outside the function and then you use it inside the function. You're still able to use it outside, right? Like if you declared it like before the function. Just wondering. If you are new here, man, I'm trying to become a freelancer, bro, and I'm trying my hardest, trying to study a bit more on some JavaScript because I need to make these damn buttons work, okay? I'm trying to make clients be able to book ahead of time, make it link to Calendly. Like, I just need I need a little bit of JavaScript, damn it. Not even a little, man. I need JavaScript, that's all. So the return value, what is it? I guess it's what it returns, right? The return value is literally what it sounds like. Thanks. I guess they didn't have to be rude. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. Return values equals the return value, I guess. I think that's probably the best way to even express that. So I don't really need to see too much. The only thing I feel like that always gets me so confused with the return value though is like, how am I writing what I want my value to return? It's like, why wouldn't that just pop up by itself? Like if I wrote something, it's like, you return it. Like the hell? But I mean, I guess I get it because it's like return result, return math floor, math random. Oh, they were trying to teach me this the other day. Or not the other day, but like before I stopped doing JavaScript, I was like, that's too much. They were doing too damn much with the syntax. Because then it's called global scope, so you can use it anywhere. Oh, thank you so much, Code with me. That was amazing. Great definition. So global scopes for the ones you can use anywhere. Big facts. Then, oh wait, what was this question? What are arrow functions? I'm trying to make this quick so I could actually solve some damn problems. There's another very simple way. So arrow functions, because it looks like this. Oh, there's an arrow. So this creates a function that accepts argument 1 and n, then evaluates 2n, then evaluates the expression on the right side and there use and returns a result. In other words, a shorter version looks like return expression. I'm assuming this is the arrow function. So there's another very simple way and concise syntax for creating functions that's often better than the function's expression. It's called the arrow functions, which means equal and close. equal and greater than. This creates a function that accepts arguments 1 through 9 and then evaluates the expression on the right side. Oh, that's great. But then why would you just not do what it did here? Return expression? Maybe it's the shorter version. In other words, it's the shorter version. Oh, okay. So this does work. This is just the shorter version. I guess because you don't have to write return. Wow. I see. So we're going to write arrow function because I'm probably definitely going to need that at some point. Oh my goodness, they're amazing with the way that they're teaching stuff here. Damn, yawn, I'm so upset too because I stayed out so much more late. I stayed out like an hour late. Because I hear you, I literally have no idea how to charge them. I got super base on free tier, but like, do I charge them for the monthly pro tier or should I be on a retainer or just give them everything once? Oh, so you're basically just having issues with like how you should yeah, okay, so I see what you mean. Honestly, I don't know, because I feel like everybody is probably going to do things differently, because a lot of people like look at me crazy when I end up saying, for me, like, I'm just going to charge cheap for the beginning, but I'm not going to do anything that's like top tier. Like, I'll probably put a little bit of stuff in there, like a contact form, a booking page, services, and then that's it. And then charge cheap for it. But some people, they want to get more money. So I don't know, man. It really depends. It really just depends. But I never really used a base before. So how is it, my guy? You're everywhere. This is equals this, returns, or then evaluates the expression. So accepts the, I guess, numbers or whatever. And then evaluates the expression. So I'm probably going to take a note of the example just in case. So you're going to go let function equal argument 1, argument 2, ... then argument n, which eventually would just equal greater than expression. All right, perfect. So we got that done. I think we got one more. What is the difference between a function declaration and a function expression? It seems like a function declaration is when you make the function, is it invoking the function? Is it when you declare inside of the function? Then a function expression is when you, what did I just write? I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's formulate the key differences. So a function declared as a separate statement in the main code flow. And then this is a function created inside an expression or inside another syntax construction. Here, the function is created on the side of the assignment expression. So I knew what the difference looked like, because it's like function and they do like whatever the function is, but then you're declaring a variable. But my thing is, a function expression is created when the execution reaches it and is usable only for that moment. Okay. So it's gonna go function declaration. I've never seen a function expression before. This is my first time. I didn't even know you could put that as an expression. But my thing is, would it be better to put it as an expression or as a actual function? And then it's crazy because I've been learning functions, not expressions. And now I'm just like, now I'm done. I done been through for a loop here. Straight loop. Like, I get it because they're basically doing, well, not basically, this is literally doing the exact same thing. So you're doing like let sum equal function, which is a and b. You're literally writing the same thing. And you kind of just wrote it backwards. So I'm wondering. That is crazy. If you're new here, man, I've been learning how to code for 3 months. And my goal is to become a freelance web developer. Currently trying to learn a bit of JavaScript just so that I can, make these buttons functional, man. She says, you just learning JavaScript or any framework? I'm just learning JavaScript. Just learning JavaScript because I'm trying to be, a web developer. I know that the main core is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I already got HTML and CSS feeling good. So I'm trying to make my JavaScript do well as well. I hope to see you get your freelance game up and running. Big facts. Big facts. I hope I could do it. And I also hope that, Oh, wait, that was you. For some reason, I thought you were the other guy. So I was like, I also hope that McDonald could too. But that was you who was talking about it as well. So I hope so for you too, man. Definitely. So we got this part. Now let's finally write these damn functions. And hopefully I don't end up struggling with my JavaScript, bro. I took too much notes to struggle with my JavaScript. So I think the difference between normal function and the arrow function is OOP using this. So for now, just write each function and test the output with the console log. So I think I already have my thing open. So I think, which one is, okay, so this one is mine. So we're going to close this out. We're going to be trying to solve this, man. This is scary. So write a function called add7. Write a function called add7 that takes one number and returns that number plus 7. Let's take this slow. So we're writing a function. So we're going to have to go, I don't uppercase, right? Do I uppercase my function? I love how I overthink like the little things. Do I need to uppercase my function? Okay, good. So we're going to do function, because I'm sure it says write a function. I'm sure they don't want me to declare, because otherwise they should have said declare add7, but write the function add7, which would be add7. I don't think it needs a perimeter, so we're probably just going to close that out and drop down. So add7 that takes one number and returns that number plus 7. That's where I'm getting a little bit lost. So it takes one number and then returns it plus 7. So return is clear that they're asking me to return. But my thing is how are we taking oh, you know what? I think, am I supposed to do like A? And then I'm supposed to be doing like return A plus 7? Would that be it? But then no, because then what is A? Because that would literally just be A plus 7. So what would A be? How do I declare? Oh wait, maybe I need to console log it? Well, it's not asking me to console log. Oh wait, it says test the output with console log. Okay. So then, oh, then that's another thing too. When I do the output, is my console log after or before? Okay, it's after my function. I mean, not after, but I mean like outside of my function or inside my function. So then I should be doing console log return. Wait, no, I'm so confused. So console.log, because I know I'm supposed to be doing return, but then it's like, how does A equal 0? Let me see real quick. We're just gonna try an error. What if I put a number in here? We do, actually, let me just do 2. So that should be 9. Let me see if that goes through. If that doesn't, then we probably need to do return. Oh, okay. So it's just like that. Did I do that right? Because then it came out the number that I wanted. So I think I did it right. So returns that number plus 7. I think I did that right. Says you need to call it. Oh, I already called it. It says, oh wait, I'm missing a bunch of what y'all are saying. I'm so sorry. He said, I think that, oh, I'm a freelancer and self-taught. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. I'm definitely trying to get to that point, bro. I'm literally self-teaching myself right now. I want to be a freelancer, man. That is so amazing. I'm definitely proud of you. Someone said, what website are you working on? The most common use case for arrow function is when another function takes a function as a parameter. Then you could just write it there instead of declaring the top and passing it. Okay. Says props to you though. I tend to jump into deep end when learning. You got a notepad and everything. Says you need to call it like add 8. The 8 is A. I need to call it. Oh. So you're basically telling me I need to call like add 7? I need to call add 7, but the thing, so then, But then I feel like if I did add 7, it's not really going to give me my number. So unless I'm supposed to be doing like add 7. I mean, well, either way, it ended up working regardless if I called it or not. But I'm confused with that then. So you do console log add. Oh, so you do console log add 8 or something. Well, let me do 2 again. So you do console log add 2. So add 2, something like that. It looks like I'm miswriting something here. Is it because I need to? Oh no, I think that looks fine. It says, oh, you're just learning JavaScript, like beginner vibes. Yes, big fact. Well, I've learned a good amount, but I've struggled so much. So like I know how to write the function, but then sometimes I'd be having difficulty. But yes, I'll definitely say it's 100% beginner vibes when it comes. So that didn't end up working. So I don't know if I'm misspelling what you're trying to get me to write, MHM. But the thing is like I said, it ended up working when I did, unless I'm supposed to be doing add 7 and then just put the 2 there. But I don't know why you deleted your 7. So now it's 9. Okay, so now that's still, so it still ended up working though. But then my thing is, I'm wondering if I didn't call it, is it just because that was the only thing there? Like, what if I wrote 2 functions? Because I was just able to put 2 in here and it worked. But okay, so basically I would have to remember that I need to call the function still, and then I'll put the number in. Got it. Okay. So someone says gives 9. That is great. So now let's try write a function called multiply that takes 2 numbers and returns their product. So now we're doing a number called multiply. So hopefully I end up doing this one correctly. But I remember back when I was learning though, I definitely remember that I didn't have to put, they weren't telling me to do it the way that you told me, but you're more than likely right though, 100%. So then now they want me to do a number with A and B, and then I'm sitting here trying to multiply them. So that would just be B. And then I guess, right, because they want me to multiply it, 2 numbers that returns their product. And then I guess I would just basically do what he says, which is multiply, close it out, or not A and B. So now I guess we're going to do 5 times 5, basically, and then close. Oh, wait, it's already closed. See, that ends up working. It should. 25. Perfection. Okay, now I'm understanding. Getting a little bit more difficult, though, when I use more down. It says try to use semicolons. Oh, yeah, I definitely use semicolons. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get this, do these things right here. But if you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to become a freelance web developer by learning a bit more in JavaScript, because JavaScript has always been such a huge struggle for me. So I've learned before JavaScript, but then I felt like I wasn't really understanding a lot of things or understanding the logic, doing things on my own. So now I'm reteaching myself and I'm trying to prepare myself for the logic part of it, because I know how to write the function out. I know the fundamentals. I know how to write, the basics of a structure, add event listener to get the button to click. But what do I write inside of it is where I'm struggling. So write a function called capitalize. This is going to be difficult for me, y'all. Not even about to lie. Like what? So write a function called capitalize that takes a string and returns that string with only the first letter capitalized. So make sure that it can take strings that are lowercase, uppercase, or both. That was definitely difficult. See, but that's why I be saying, like, the number ones, they be easy as hell. But once you end up jumping into, I don't even know, man. You end up jumping into something crazy like this. I mean, I know this is probably the most simplest thing someone has ever seen in their life. But for me, man, this is not simple. So we're doing capitalize. First of all, how do you even spell capitalize? I think it's I, right? Capital. Okay. Wait, no, I think I still spelled that wrong. Capitalize. And then we're trying to do a string. So he takes a string and returns that string with only the first letter capitalized. So my thing is, does it need a parameter? And if it does, is it just an empty string? Because you're taking a string that returns that string with only the first letter. Or am I doing a string with the first letter capitalized and then lowercase? No, that wouldn't make sense. Well, I'll probably be doing that in my console log. Not positive here. It says, hi, what is this article you are referencing? This is the Odin project. It says, P.S. coding can be lonely at times, so it's a vibe to chat with the minded people. Facts. So the function is just return number. You need the console log to print it. All right, y'all. So let's get this, man. I'm scared. I am just learning. So if you're someone who is just learning, or let's say you already know, give me grace. Give me grace. If you're just learning, and you probably still know this, give me grace. So that takes a string and returns a string with only the first letter capitalized. I feel like for me, if it's saying takes a string, for some reason it's making me think I would have to leave this open, but then that wouldn't make sense because you can't even type anything, and you can't even put a string in there. So then that can't be the case. That's good. So now we know. Maybe it doesn't need a perimeter. Returns that string with only the first letter. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the keywords that I'm hearing. So we are hearing a return. So something needs to be returned. But when it returns with only the first letter capitalized, make sure that it can take strings that are lowercase, uppercase, or both. Then it's saying make sure it can take strings that are lowercase, uppercase, or both. I'm like, do I know everything that it's so far taught me to do this? Because I feel like they did not show me how to do a beginning letter uppercase. And it's a function, right? Oops, where is it at? Yes, this is a function. So let's go to function basics. Maybe I should have read some in here. How are they just getting that first letter uppercase? Because the only thing I'm thinking of is like writing it uppercase myself. But then also too, I'm assuming you don't have to declare variables. So you got oh, wait a second. Because that says show message. I don't think I'm supposed to write show message. Let username. Let me see. Show message. Because apparently you're able to write the string inside of that, but I don't think I'm supposed to be writing show message. Or wait a second. That's weird. So how the hell did they get to write a string in here? Oh, because they did text equals no text given. I guess they're not going to show how to uppercase a letter. I feel like I'm overthinking it, and I bet you it's something so simple. But once I learn it, man, that's gonna be great. Make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button. No, yeah, so it doesn't show anything about maybe the MDM docs. Like, I just need one example. Just an example, damn it. Could it be my array? But they didn't tell me to do arrays, so definitely can't be your array. Alert. No, yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna have to like kind of wing it here. Says, can you please share the article name, please? It's the Odin Project. If you're talking about me, or if you're talking about like the questions that I'm solving, it's the Odin Project. Says rubber dunking on point. You just got a new subscriber. Hey, that's what's up, man. I hope more people end up joining this journey, bro. So I'm not sure. I'm not positive. So I'm trying to do a string. Wait, where's my question? Oh. So returns that string with only the first letter uppercase or capitalized. Make sure that it can take strings. I think what's just throwing me off is like, what am I supposed to write in here? And then here. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm gonna get it, honestly. I feel like I probably think for this one, I'm probably gonna need the answer and then try to see based off of the answer, and then try to solve separate ones. Cause it's not even clicking to me what I could possibly write. So it says write a function called last letter that takes a string and then returns the very last letter. And the same thing but here too. But I feel like it's because it's not something that they taught me yet. I guarantee you, if someone writes this code out, it's not something that they taught me yet. JavaScript full stack. And then that's why I was trying to see inside of here, was it possible that they taught inside of these things, but they didn't. Unless it could be in here. And if it's not in here, I think I'm gonna just have to go for the answer. And then maybe tomorrow when I start my stream, try to see if I can remember or do a similar question. And just keep doing similar questions like that, because just so I could get myself to actually understand it. Because it's definitely something they didn't teach me. 100%, because I would not know. So it's saying, I'm also joining this journey. MDM is shit for beginners. You inspire me. Hey, that's what's up, man. So it says I have a degree but can't code on my own. Oh, damn, that sucks. Well, hey, join this journey, bro, because I'm the same exact way right now. When it comes to JavaScript, well, I don't have a degree, but yes. So it's saying, someone's saying do username dot uppercase. Someone's saying dot to uppercase. So where am I writing that? Am I writing that inside of my return? Oh wait, why do I still have math in here? At this point, I'm allowing people to give me the answer. At this point, I'm allowing people to give me the answer. Because I just want to see, was this something that I was taught? And if it wasn't, I'm not even upset then. Because they definitely taught me these two. So I definitely, even though I still got the number I wanted, I guess apparently I miswrote it. But I feel like even back in the day when I remember solving this one, I was told I was able to put one number. I didn't have to add 7 in there. But who knows? But for this one, man, based on what they have taught me so far, they did not teach me anything about uppercasing no letter or getting the last letter. So that's insane. So it says, capitalize is going to need a perimeter like string. So any name, then return string uppercase. But I swear when I try to do the quotations, it was not working. Unless they're just saying, like, I'm confused. Because this don't be working. It's underlined red. And then you're saying any name, then return string dot uppercase. So you do string. Unless I'm supposed to be doing string without the strings. The strings dot uppercase. It says passive value. First passive value in the function. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand what you mean by passing a value here. None of the code JS is atrocious. No big facts. JavaScript uses string functions to modify a string. You take a string variable and use dot to uppercase. Everyone's telling me something completely different. Someone said dot uppercase. Now someone's saying dot to uppercase. So the string doesn't need quotation. So is this right or no? It says remove the double quotes. Oh, so I guess my stream is dumb far back then. My stream is dumb far back because y'all are responding to stuff that I definitely did like 10 seconds ago. You're inputting a string. The parentheses needs a variable that you could use. Oh yeah, so this is definitely, my stream is definitely a delayed stream because I 100% fixed that already. So at this point, would I be good or no? If you're new here, man, just continue to watch me struggle with JavaScript. It's okay. Hit that subscribe button. At some point, I'm gonna get better. This is why I'm trying to code here. I'm very glad that I was able to do this on camera. So just hit that subscribe button. So someone said dot two. So someone is really sticking to dot two. So we're going to end up having to do this because someone only told me dot uppercase. So dot to uppercase. Perfect. And then I'm assuming, says you have to write it in camel case. Okay. Now what? I was like, my thing is that I'm trying to follow exactly what you guys are saying. And the thing is that so many of y'all are writing different things. And then on top of that, y'all aren't writing it correctly. So I'm trying to copy what somebody else is saying. And then it's like, oh, you need to write it in uppercase. It's like, but they didn't write it in uppercase. I don't know. Y'all are telling me what to write. It's just coding logic. We kind of giving you multiple methods that you get the same result. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm getting multiple things, bro, and I'm so lost. But right now, everyone's saying do to uppercase. Now, am I supposed to, in here, write a word now? So it's just coding logic on my parentheses. Okay. Forgot to mention, okay. And then now what from here? Now do I write a string in there? I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna type until someone tells me to type. So it's better to use coding extension. So it needs the parentheses because the parentheses indicate. So my thing is this done or is there anything else I need to add? Is this done or is there anything else I need to add? Because my thing is, what is it supposed to return again? It's supposed to return a string that has either uppercase, that's the first letter uppercase. So is it complete? It says you should install endless extension in VS Code so it can help with suggestions while typing JavaScript. It says consider MDM the source of truth. It will give you the function name, inputs, and what it will return. Full example is, so it says now you can do the print capitalize hello. Oh, you know what? That just made so much sense. But at the end of the day, though, the people that have been with me these last couple of days, y'all have seen that they did not teach me about uppercasing letters. They did not teach that. And this is quote unquote supposed to be the foundations course. That's insane. For them to think you're going to be able to solve this, like assuming that I have no knowledge, for them to think that you're going to be able to solve this and they didn't even teach you anything about what they're saying is insane. Because this isn't, because this being written like this, like dot to uppercase, they should have defined this part right here. Because why would someone know if this was their first time learning how to code on the Odin project that you need to write dot to uppercase? That wouldn't make sense. So now you write the string in here. So we're going to do Marzies. Actually, F that. We're doing subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. Watch me struggle through JavaScript for the rest of my damn life at this point. No, definitely, I know I'm going to 100% be getting better. I honestly think this was the Odin project's fault. I was not taught this, bro. I was not taught this. And I guarantee you this one's going to be even more hell too. Talking about last letter. I was not taught this neither. So it's like, why would they give you examples? Like, I know you want to make the examples a little bit harder, but why give an example of something that you completely were not taught? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, and that still didn't even end up working, so I think I must have wrote something wrong within here somewhere. It says function capitalized string, so return. Did I miss something? So capitalize. I'm actually confused why this isn't running. If I may, I'm sure a lot of people will agree. If this is your absolute first exposure to coding and software development, I'd try first learning Python. No, I'm preferring to do JavaScript because I'm trying to do with JavaScript, I'm trying to make websites. So I'm okay with doing JavaScript. But my thing is though, is now I'm trying to print subscribe, but subscribe is not popping up. So we have miswritten somewhere. Unless I miswrote capitalize. No, yeah, so we have miswritten somewhere. Well, that's not true though, because when I went to go check, unless that was the old one. Oh, okay, now it's going through. For some reason it was not going through. Maybe I had to give it some time. Okay, so perfect. So now we got subscribe. That is great. Wait, no, not even, because all of it is uppercase, y'all. That's not right. It was only the first letter. So y'all sat here and helped me and gave me the wrong answer. Y'all sat here and helped me and gave me the wrong answer. There's subscribing console, look back in the browser. No, but look here though. Look. It says only the first letter is uppercase. So how did we go wrong there, y'all? How did we go wrong there? We did that completely wrong. We did that completely wrong. So, because as you can see over here, it's all uppercase. That's not what it asked. It says the first letter needs to be uppercase. So I will need to do, okay, so I'm gonna write what he's writing. So we're going string dot char at. We 100%, we miswrote that. So string dot char, then dot, oh wait, so do I remove the string here now? Okay, so I will delete this string here. So it's doing string dot char at dot uppercase plus string slice. So plus string slice. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I hope that it continues to grow. So then maybe this is it. Hopefully this is right. Probably gonna take some time. Probably gonna take some time to load up. Let me see. Hopefully this is right. Because we all sat here and messed up. I mean, maybe you guys forgot that it was supposed to be the first letter. But let's go see. Because at first I thought we did it right too. But then I was like, oh, hold on. We did not. So this still isn't passing through. It's still not passing through. So I don't know if I miswrote anywhere of what you've written. So do you know what an array is yet? Yes, I know what an array is. But currently from off of the Odin project, they have not taught an array. So that's basically what I'm saying. It's like, I don't care about my prior knowledge. I feel like if I'm learning through the Odin project and I've learned 3 to 4 lessons, if this was not taught, then don't tell me to do it because it wasn't taught. Because then I'm not expecting to have to use any of it because it wasn't taught yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, I feel like it's weird the way that they're going about it. So my thing is, we still didn't do this right, y'all. So we need some correction. This still has not been right. It's still not passing through. So we miswritten somewhere. So I can't move forward until we figure out what the answer is, because what I'm trying to do is for instance, I know I'm not going to be able to get it right now. And I want to do the same thing with this function here. I know I'm not going to be able to get it right now. So my goal is to try and get the answer on my own right now. But my goal is to try and get the answer from y'all. So then tomorrow I could do similar questions, probably ask ChatGPT or see if there's questions somewhere else. Do similar questions, and I'm going to keep practicing it on camera so that I can understand it. So we need to figure it out, like what the answer is. I'm forgetting the THR. I'm forgetting the THR. I don't see no THR. You didn't write THR. You did not write THR. THR. String.slice. Oh, okay. String.slice. Remember. Oh, okay. I missed that part. I missed your dot. Okay. I missed your dot. So let's see if that ends up working then. Because that should be good, right? From here, from this point moving forward. Let's see. Inspect. Subscribe. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Thank you, MHM. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. So now we ended up getting it. We finally got it to the point where there's an uppercase S. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to keep this code here for now. So when it ends up coming tomorrow, I'm just on stream, I'm going to just keep practicing this particular code. Maybe its similarities to try and understand. But like I said, though, y'all have to agree with me. If the Odin project did not teach you any of this, they did not teach .char at, they did not teach .to uppercase. They did teach .slice. I will give them this one. They did teach .slice. Unless I'm actually tripping and I feel like they may have taught it in the previous one. I think I might actually be tripping. Because I feel like, was it the data type and conditionals? Common data types? No, not this one. Because there was something that popped up that had a bunch of... No, not that one. Where is it at? Was it conditionals? Nope. I swore it was something here. Maybe it was the last one before this? I don't know, because I remember there was something where there was something like really... No, that's installing node. No, yeah. And I think we're in function basics right now. Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all have to agree with me, bro. There's no way. They didn't end up teaching .char at or to uppercase. He says, const capitalize equals str equals arrow $sign .to uppercase slice. It says exactly like tell me what you want, and then I could do it. Otherwise, we ain't moving. No, yeah. So it's like at that point, man, that was crazy. But make sure y'all end up hitting that subscribe button if y'all want to see me get better at JavaScript, bro. It's definitely gonna take some time. At the end of the day, I'm moving at my own pace. I don't care if it's one inch forward. Even if it's a little bit, some people, they be wanting to take huge steps forward. I don't care if I have to slide forward and it was only an inch. I got better that day. So now we got this. Like I said, I need to keep this in memory somewhere. Let me actually take a note of it. He said also, I suggested Python because JavaScript can get very confusing very fast with data types and comparisons. No, I do agree. I think I've heard that Python is a bit easier. But the reason why I'm learning JavaScript is just because for one, I already started. But then two, is because when it does come to like the web dev like front end stack, it's mainly JavaScript. Oops, I uppercase this. It's mainly JavaScript, HTML, CSS. So I feel like if I did Python, let's say if I were to ever try and get to like a company, or I would try to do certain things that involves like, what people would be using JavaScript for, is like, would I even be able to understand their code? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm learning basically the industry standard as of right now for web development. And then maybe eventually I can get into like Python, because I do plan on like learning a lot. I want to learn a whole bunch of things. But I know at the end of the day, it's going to take practice. But like I said, I'm just pissed with this current question, because it's like, why ask a question that I was not taught for? That just don't make sense. If I was not taught how to do this should not be a question that's being asked. But you know what? It's okay, because then now I just ended up getting the answer here. So I'm going to, like I said, tomorrow, probably all day tomorrow, I'm going to be making sure I literally, the whole time, I'm not even jumping to the next lesson until I end up doing like one of these by myself. Or multiple of these by myself. It says return string uppercase. You can also do this. It does look a little bit easier. It does look a little bit easier. Let me also write that down too as well. But I also need to write down this function at the top just in case. So I need to do function, capitalize, and then string, because that might be where I also get a little bit heavy on. So capitalize. Make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button, man. Join me on this journey. All this struggling, it sucks, but hey, listen, we're gonna eventually get there. It's gonna be pretty damn dope. So we finally ended up hitting 860, which was my subscriber goal for this stream. So I'm very happy that we hit that. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you literally so much. Somebody put concepts transfer between languages easily. So if you learn data types, iteration, recursion, etc., that knowledge transfers between languages. It just becomes a matter of learning the syntax. Says I very much support your journey, but I'm guessing down the line you'll move to React, TypeScript, like Mr. Devtastic said, concepts transfer. But yeah, big facts. I am going to be moving down the line to React at some point. But as of right now, though, my goal is to really just learn JavaScript and then do freelance work. So I'm probably not going to get into React as quickly as people think. But so you need to think like a programmer before you write the code. You need to analyze what the problem is and maybe even visualize it on paper, understand it properly. No, 100%. And I think I actually do very well with that. The thing is that I just don't know the code. So it's like I figure what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know how to do it, if that makes sense. But I do like that advice. That's great. And then it says, and slice for skips letter, the slice one, it means start from the second letter. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I was going to end up doing when I came back on stream tomorrow, was I was going to break down everything that was written. But I think I already took a note for slice. That's why I was like, I already know what slice is. The same way with how the Sanam dude, how he rewrote it. I know that the string and you have those brackets, that's you're using an array. So I already know about that. But it says, if you're applying for a web development job, you'll be expected to know other languages too, lol, because they can use some out of the scope. Well, it depends on what job you apply for, though, because some jobs, they do mention that in their description. But if you look at other job descriptions, they just be straight up what they want you to know. They're like, just JavaScript. Like, it'll say literally, not literally just JavaScript, but it would say JavaScript centered or something like that. I don't know the exact wording. So it's like, I feel like that's where I'm at. But the goal is, though, I am going to learn multiple languages. I'm just, as of right now, man, I have to focus on this. 100% got to focus on this. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I've been documenting my journey of learning how to code. For 3 months, I have a video. Oh, wow. For 3 months, I have a video from day 0 all the way up until date now showing the entire journey. And then my live streams, I think I just started a couple of weeks ago, and I've been going live every single day since. So make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button. You hit that like button. Do what y'all got to do. But I just realized what time it is, and it's very close to the time that I got to end up going to work. So I can't even finish taking that note. But like I said, when I come back live tomorrow, make sure y'all end up subscribing and y'all see tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna be goated by then. Watch, because I'm gonna make sure I got this note ready. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff. Oh, it showed that this person subscribed. Hey, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. But I'm doing a bunch of different things, but it's gonna be a pretty lit stream tomorrow. We're actually gonna be coding more than not for tomorrow's stream, because I need to make sure I remember this. I'm gonna just keep doing random ass problems until I understand it. Someone says, I think you guys are talking to each other. It says ABC in return. This gets the first letter, makes it uppercase equals A, plus for start from the second letter like BC. Okay. It says form validation would be a great intro that doesn't require more knowledge than you have. On form submit, check the form to make sure the values are the correct format. It's good practice. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So I'm glad that you answered it, because I've been saying it and nobody was like answering or agreeing. It's like, oh, in a way you did. But it's like, why would y'all teach me a certain thing and then expect me to know stuff outside of that thing? That don't even make sense. It's like y'all didn't even teach me it. It says you don't have to learn all of the array methods. You can just Google it at a time. If you want to be a freelancer, no one will care how ugly your code is. I don't know. I think I kind of want to be good with my coding though. I kind of want to be good with my coding. And the thing is that I'm at the point where it's like, I know how to write the fundamentals of a function in an array, but I don't know the logic for it, so I don't want to have to constantly be looking up the logic, because then at that point, it's not my logic. That's literally just me not coding at that point. So that would literally, that would just be insane. But y'all, we have to come to a close. I actually literally got to go to work very soon because I ended up streaming at the wrong time today. But I'm so glad that y'all all were able to make this live stream in. And thank y'all to my subscribers. I think I was at 858. Now I'm at 864. Would be great if we could push that to 870 last minute though. Last minute 870. But hey, it's okay. Just need 6 more subs. I might not have a video coming out later tonight because I was slacking, bro. I woke up late, messed everything up. It says it's just practice methods you learn, like understand how they work, you would be fine. No big facts. That's why, you know, the reason why I wanted y'all to give me the answer for it was because I immediately knew the moment I read it, I was like, this isn't something that they taught me. I'm not going to be able to think of this because I already am telling y'all that I lack not the knowledge, I lack the logic behind the code. So if it's something that they didn't just teach me and they're trying to make me do it, I'm like, I get it, but I don't know the logic for it. So that's where my issue was when I saw it. So I was like, F it. I was like, just give me the code at this point. So then when I move forward tomorrow, I'm just going to do multiple of them. So where do I go? Where do you go live, Marzies? Well, I'm always live on here and I go live around 12 p.m. EST. I actually started really late today, which sucked. But 12 p.m. EST, which is like 2 hours before now. So it says it's best to know the concepts, but not always the syntax, so you can move between many languages and use the same concepts. That's pretty cool. Oh, maybe that's what I should call it, is concepts. But code quality matters because someone else will always see it, even if it's future version of you. No, big facts. Big facts. Big facts. But thank y'all so much for helping, man. Y'all have been very amazing and y'all have been very nice about it too. Sometimes I feel like people hop in here and sometimes it could come off like, you know, they think I know more than what I'm saying. But the title is saying becoming a web developer. I'm like, I'm learning. Like, I think the title is very clear that I'm learning. 100%. Oh, you said, where do I live? My bad. I thought you were saying, where do I go live? I live in the USA. I live in the USA. I be forgetting that people ask me that because some of y'all live in different countries. So I be forgetting that y'all ask me that. But I'm going to have to be hopping off of this live, man. I got to start getting ready for work. I'll end up seeing y'all later. This has been lit. This has been fun. Any last minute subs, that'll be great. Y'all can join in on my next lives. But I'll be seeing y'all later. Deuces. Goodbye.